Hi everyone, I'm Barry Stagner and this is his channel Newsbreak. A children's elementary school distributed a flyer to children as young as second grade, meaning around 7 years old, that promoted a clinic hosted by Medical Volunteer Corps. There was one problem. One side of the flyer advertised free birth control and pre-pregnancy services, as well as free implants, pills, condoms, and more. That provoked the ire of one father of a 7-year-old girl in the class, Richard Penkowski, who runs the online ministry Warriors for Christ. Last Thursday, according to the Christian Post, he confronted the school board in Sullivan County about the incident at Mary Hughes School in Piney Flats. The flyer discussed the November 1 to 3 Appalachian Fairgrounds in Gray, hosted by the Remote Area Medical Volunteer Corps. And Penkowski told the school board, "What is more exactly, and why was this given to my 7-year-old? Since when is it the school's job to give information to my child about birth control when the public schools decide they can teach my child issues regarding morality and sex?" Penkowski explained that his outrage was triggered by the flyer, putting him in a position where he would have to explain sex to a child he felt was too young to start dealing with the issue. He continued, "I know liberals on this council specifically will say something like, well, schools teach reproduction. You are right. They do teach biological facts in regard to reproduction. This flyer is not talking about reproduction. It's talking about birth control. I also can't help but notice that abstinence is not on the list." Penkowski told the public schools think they have the right to usurp my authority as their father. This school does not have that right. The Kingsport Times-News reported that Sullivan County Director of Schools, David Cox, said the flyers were inadvertently distributed, that all the schools in the district distributed the flyers in order to enlighten disadvantaged families as to the presence of the clinic. Penkowski countered that his 9-year-old daughter did not receive one, adding the school can say inadvertent all they want, but that is like accidentally giving a child with a peanut allergy a peanut. WBIR reported that Cox explained what happened on the back of the information. There was another part that was inadvertently sent, and it did say free birth control. But Penkowski remained unconvinced, telling the Christian Post the school received 2 pages, and what the principal did was he took the 2 pages and put them back to back to make one copy. Part of it was to save paper, but you can't miss that. It's a whole page, and right at the top there are big bold letters that say birth control and pre-pregnancy and all the other stuff. Dale Walker, the president of the Tennessee Pastors Network, also addressed the board, and he asked, "Our question tonight is, where is the accountability of this school? Where is the accountability of this teacher? Where is the accountability of this principal? Where are the checks and balances? What are your procedures to block inappropriate subject matter to parents? Since when does our education system pick and choose what our students are exposed to without notification to their parents first?" Walker stated to the Christian Post, "We have a super Republican majority in Tennessee, and many times people think that because we elect so-called conservative Christians, that we can just live our lives and not pay any attention to what's going on in the public space in our schools and in our counties. Pastors better pay attention to what their children are learning in public schools. At best, we only have a couple hours a week with children that attend our churches, and then they go to secular, godless schools, and they are teaching 7-year-olds how to fornicate." Well, we do know that this is completely consistent with what Paul wrote of in the last days and the perilous times that would be associated with them. This giving us today's reminder to keep looking up.